Have you recently been in a meeting where you thought to yourself, why am I in this meeting? Or have you looked around the room and thought, why are all these people in this meeting? Or have you wondered, what is this meeting about? If you have any of those questions, it's a clear indication that your team is suffering from the inability to have alignment and buy-in on team structures and norms for team meetings. And that's a real productivity killer and a real time waster. I recently had a client call me in a panic, going, Renee, what has happened? I used to have these meetings where two people would be in a room, we'd make a decision, we'd send a document to our lawyer would send back a document to us for review, we'd sign off, we'd make the decision, and we'd move on. But all of a sudden, she said, that simple and effective system has now come down to me being in a boardroom with 5 different people for a longer period of time with an overdue project where people don't know what decision they're trying to make within the meeting, and there's no outcome. It's all of a sudden become meetings and decision by committee, and I don't get what's going on. It's a real waste of time. So what do I do? Well, in those situations, it's really important for you to sit down and figure out the different types of meetings that you need to have on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and even annual basis. So for instance, number 1, weekly huddles. This can be done with a team of 10 with 10 minutes. People just go around and very quickly share information. They share what they're working on, what their stuck points are, and what their recent successes are. A weekly meeting is more of a meeting between a manager and a direct report to discuss the tactics that they're working on in that particular week and how they're progressing on project deadlines. Quarterly meetings are when we get a little bit deeper, we have different people in the room, and we start to talk about strategic milestones, like how are we progressing on what we had decided in our annual strategic meeting, and some play and discussion on particular tactics. This is where teams can get really nimble with needing to know where they need to go in the next month and in the next quarter. And then annual strategic meetings, that's when we get even more people involved and we start to discuss what do we need to do to grow the company from last year's results to next year's results. So I hope you take some time and start to really think, do you have alignment? Do you have buy-in on meeting structures? Because if you don't, you may be wasting a lot of time. Renee Safretta, Building Profitable Teams at Vivo Team Consulting. Talk soon.